Thank you so very much. This morning we have new information about the foreclosure crisis. According to Realty Track, banks foreclosed on a record 92,000 homes last month. Now, if you want some good news, the number of households facing foreclosure is down from last year. If you're in jeopardy, though, of losing your home, there is some hope. Joining us now, Eileen Fitzgerald, the COO of Neighbor Works America. It's a nonprofit created by Congress to provide support for community revitalization plans. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Steve.
You know, it seems like whether we're saying, okay, it's good news this time or it's not so good news, it's still a big problem that exists,
Right.
isn't it? What are we seeing, though, as far as what people are dealing with when it comes to foreclosure, the threat of foreclosure?
Well, you know, we estimate that almost 4 million families have a threat of foreclosure in the upcoming year. So some of them through job loss, some of them through having their interest rates reset. So there's really a serious crisis. Several years ago, when we started building awareness for foreclosure, that was about 1 million families. So we've seen a big increase.
So it's still out there, regardless of what the numbers show now. Obviously,
Absolutely
the information
right.
still needs to get out there to people because we never know what's around the corner. You've worked on this initiative now to try to get more information to people. What kinds of things can you provide to the folks out there?
Sure. Well, it's really important that people go to the right people. That's a message of our awareness campaign, and they can go to 888-995-HOPE, and they'll get connected to a HUD-approved counselor. There are a lot of scam artists out there who are trying to take folks' money, and we don't want that to happen, so we really hope that you'll go to the right professional person and not just ask your neighbor or your colleague at work.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that when we see things like this, every time that it seems like there's a problem out there, somebody seems to be trying to take advantage of that problem. And I'm sure that you've seen that and you've heard those stories from people.
Right. Now, we have, you know, the saddest stories of families giving their last hard-earned dollar to some scam artist who is saying, you know, I can guarantee that this lender is going to do something. Nobody can guarantee that. Only the lender is going to make that choice. And you never, ever have to pay in advance. You should just talk to a HUD-approved counselor, and they can help you figure out what your personal situation is. It's really important to bring your information, what your expenses, your income is, and they'll work through a plan of action with you.
And we should mention that you guys are putting out some public service announcements as well to try to help with the education. A lot of folks kind of have been turning to refinancing as an option to see if that can help them out of a crisis. Are there things that they need to watch out for if they go that route or are considering that route?
Well, again, you know, we really believe that there's tremendous benefit from talking to a HUD-approved counselor. Everyone's situation is different, how much equity you have in your house, what's happened to housing prices in your neighborhood. So whether it's refinancing or loan modification or even a short sale, the best thing is talk to somebody who has your interest at heart. And again, do not pay anybody to do that for you.
What's the feeling with when it comes to lenders these days? Are lenders are they more hesitant now to do business with prospective homeowners or people who are looking for mortgages or looking to refinance things like that than what we had seen in the past?
Well, yeah, certainly it's a great time for first-time home buyers. I mean, housing prices have stabilized or fallen a little bit, so folks who've been waiting to get into the market till they could afford something, this is really a good time. Any, you know, first-time home buyer, we think it's also a great opportunity for them to see a HUD-approved counselor, go to some pre-purchase education. But the main thing is, can you afford that mortgage? You know, don't let somebody else talk you into what they think you can afford. You know what you can pay on a monthly basis, and make sure you get a mortgage that has terms that are straight for several years, not something that's going to change on you in a year.
Yeah, certainly all great advice. And what we're going to do, there's a lot, I know it's a lot to kind of sift through here, and there's a lot more than what we just had a chance to talk to Eileen about here in just a few minutes. So we put all the information on our website, also linked it to the website that they have been working on, and also some information of some local places where you can go to find out more here in the Washington area. So that's all on myfoxdc.com. We hope you check it out. Eileen, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much, and again, go to the right people.
Yep. Good advice. Allison?
Steve, thank you. Well, new unemployment numbers are just coming into our news.